Hi guys, welcome to my Flosstube. It is Wednesday, May the 5th, so we are into May, into all our various endeavours in May, which is the big stitchy month for most of us, which is kind of fun. It's kind of all look forward to May, don't we? Yeah, it's the middle of the afternoon and Robin has gone to collect the children, so I'm quite sure they're all going to pile in quite soon, so I might put on pause when they all arrive home, because I generally get like a stream of people coming up the stairs to say hello. So we'll see. Anyway, I am here for an update on the stitching I am doing in May, which is I'm going to try and get a lot of little bits done, and I have made some fairly hard progress. I did have all of Monday. We had a bank holiday, May Day bank holiday here in the UK on Monday, and I got the day off. Plus yesterday, Tuesday, instead of going in and doing a double shift like my first job and then coming home for an hour or two and then going back out again and doing a long shift of my second job, I didn't yesterday because we've now got another member of staff, so I'm going to be sort of back down to my normal hours, which is brilliant because it gives me a better balance. I just helped out for a couple of weeks there, filling in the extra hours that while we were waiting on another member of staff joining us, so that's good. Also in this video I'm going to be doing a bit of a giveaway because I hit 1,000 subscribers last week. Tuesday last week I hit my 1,000 subscribers. I'm now on 1,051. It was 1,052 this morning, but I'm at 1,051 at the moment. Never mind. So there we go. It's actually lovely. I still check it. I still look at it. I don't know if anybody else does Flosstubes and you've got the YouTube. It's a different app, the YouTube Studio, and I'm afraid I'm a clicker. I click on that and I look and I check for comments and what have you quite a lot, but I've got a tiny bit of haul which I'm going to lead with because I was unbelievably excited yesterday when I got home from work to find a tube waiting for me. I had a tube from Knitker Moscow. Now this took just under 2 weeks. It took a week and a half to get to me, guys. This is pretty brilliant. So I've got a very big tube which doesn't have a great deal in it, but this is what I bought. I bought the Barbara Anna Seasons. I'm calling them the Seasons girls, and that is the only picture I have of them. I'm going to bring it up nice and close so you can see it, and it's a kit, but aren't they marvellous? I just couldn't get over them. I had to have this, and it was out of stock for weeks and weeks because they said they had a problem with the fabric supplier. They put a post up on Instagram saying they had a problem with the fabric supplier, and literally I checked their website every single day until it came back into stock. Now it comes with a nice piece of natural, and I'm not even sure, it is Springett, and it's a lovely natural, and I'm going to say it looks to me like it's 32. I might be wrong. If somebody else has got this kit, please tell. I don't mind. But I've got a piece, and it looks to me like it's a stitch them all in a line kind of piece of fabric, which I think I will do. I will stitch them all in a line. Spring, summer, autumn, winter, my 4 seasons girls. So I've got this lovely piece of natural, slightly slubby, but I'm going to hazard and say it's even weave rather than linen, even though there are a few slubs in it. It's in a natural colour. And then I got a thread drop with 2 rather nice plaits of, they look like DMC to me, but I've got, I suppose, the autumn winter colours. I've got winter on that side, and I think some of the spring colours, and then there's the summer, there's the spring and the autumn and the summer colours on that side. So I'm very, very happy with my kit. That is my one piece of haul, and We have how to cross stitch in Russian. My daughter loves using a Russian accent. She uses it all the time. So I got that out to her and I went, now you can cross stitch in Russian. Very impressed. And very big, bold, beautiful 2 A3 sheets of pattern. Very easy to view and see. It is 100 by 140, the full piece. So not too big, not too big. I mean, it's quite a small piece of fabric, but there's my pattern. That's what I wanted. Creative Poppy were not carrying it. Sorry, I'm going to make a ton of noise putting this away. It was only available through Nick and Musco as a kit. So that's what I got. And it worked out at 3,100 rubles, which worked out at £31. Now, would I have spent £31 on this kit if I saw it in Hobbycraft? No, absolutely not. But I wanted it. It was, I paid £9 postage, which it's come from Russia in a week and a half. You know, I can take £9 on the chin. I actually got about the right amount of money in tips in the last, since I've been back at the golf club, I've had about that much in tips. So this, thank you for the tips. That's what I've spent it on, in a roundabout kind of way. Obviously I paid PayPal for this just in case something went wrong and I could claim on PayPal. It didn't go wrong. It's arrived super quick. Very pleased. That's my haul, and I'm leading with it because I'm still excited about it. Now, stitching. Let me show you what I've been up to. So last week it was going to be Long Dog Leap Day, and I stitch on my Pilgrim, my Long Dog Pilgrim. And I said very clearly, oh, I'm going to finish page 5. Here is page 5. Page 5 looks exactly the same as it did last week. Only because when I pulled out my pattern, I pulled out this. It's usually got the pieces of pattern I'm working on folded in it, because I just take it off my Q-snap, fold it up, put the pieces of pattern in it, fold it, and put it on the pile. So I went to get it out, and I had every piece of pattern apart from page 5. So it's somewhere down in that detritus where I've swung the camera around on Zoom and things. People have seen some of my detritus. Yeah, I couldn't be doing with looking for it. So instead, I picked up this page at the page I could find, which was over this side, which is the opposite side, and I've done almost nothing. All I did was finished off the bottom of these birds, this piece here, which is like a plinth the birds are standing on, and the head of a bunny. That was all I did because I was doing very long hours the back end of last week. I basically worked Monday. I did 3 hours on Monday. I did 3 hours on Tuesday, and then worked 3 until 9 on. So I did 9 hours on Tuesday. Wednesday, I just did my 3 hours and was absolutely shattered. On Thursday, I did 10:30 until 9. On Friday, I did 9 till 12, jumped in my car, drove to my other job, and I filled in an extra shift there. So I did 12 until about 9 at night. So on Friday, I had a massive day. And then on Saturday, I did 12 until about 8. And then on Sunday, I did 9 until 7:30. So I had a massive week last week, and then on Monday I had the day off, and then since then, yesterday I did 3 hours, and today I did 3 hours. So last week was massive. I knew it was going to be heavy because I took 2 extra shifts. As I said, we were a staff member down and it was just too stressful, so I just was like, just pencil me in, I'll do it, it'll be fine. But this week's different. So I didn't Long Dog Leap Day took a bit of a battering. So that was my only thing to finish off the month. And then the things I've been keeping up with I have been keeping up with my Snow Wizard, my 100 stitches a day. Ooh, let me just open that clamp up a little bit. This is working wonderfully. My little roly scrolly Q-snap hybrid is doing really very well. Ooh, my homemade pipes fit very snug with the clamps on them. Plus I folded the Ada over so that I've got a double thickness there. That's where I am now. I believe if I can find my notebook. My notebook's in with the threads. Right. I'm actually keeping a tally in May so I can see where I get to. So I am at 7%. So 1st of May I did 150 stitches, then I did 119, I did 210 day before yesterday and 311 stitches yesterday. Here's Eric. Hello Eric. Come and have a look at my Snow Wizard. But you can see where the trees, you can clearly see now the trees are. And I'm continuing with my plan and I'm filling them in. I'm fully filling in the boxes, mostly because almost all the background is 820. So when I've put all the other colours in, there's only 820 left to go. Hello monkey, you alright? He's quite purry. He's not as needy as he was last week. So there's my cat doing something horrible to my tripod. I apologise. It's probably going to fall and hit me in the head again because it's already done that once. Hence my new start. I had to start again. So there's Snow Wizard. So I'm going to keep on trucking with this, putting in at least 100 stitches a day. I did 311 yesterday because it was my last thing before bed. And I just had about an extra half an hour before I was properly tired. So I just kept on going. But I'm loving my little roller scroller, which I'm just going to retighten up there. And it really does hold it monstrously tight. I did get some Velcro. But I need to tape the corners because the corners pop out. Because those are still frames. I still haven't been bothered to cut the pipe, but as I say, I've had a hell of a week. This week I'm going to have a bit more time to myself. I might dredge out my pipe and cut some smaller legs. But Snow Wizard, at least 100 stitches a day, and I've managed it so far, and it's no bother because it's not confetti. It's literally 2 or 3 colours per block, so that's really easy. The other thing I'm totally keeping up with is, where is my piece of, oh, I'm having one of those moments. I'm keeping track of this one as well, except I've now completely lost my thing. I will check and I'll put it on the screen, but I believe I'm at about 76% on Anzac. And here is my long dog sampler Anzac. And as you can see, I have made some good progress. I am closing in on it. I will show you where I have been stitching. So last week I just got to the corner. I didn't do any more stitching in that corner. I literally left the thread. There is the thread I left. And I thought, right, so I came here and I filled in the underneath the ship, and I have just done half a platypus, half a baby platypus there, and there's the back end of the big platypus which has got the words on it. So I am doing this in lines in the hope that they stripe vertically. You can see, mind all my threads because I'm mid stitching and I'll be stitching on it later. You can sort of see I'm aiming for a stripy up and downy look on that. There's my thread drop, still working beautifully, so that's got a good few weeks in it now and it's still really good. So I'm working on that every day. I'm trying to do 300 stitches is 1%, so I'm trying to get at least 1% into it and I will finish it in the month. But the first few days I have put 2% in each day, just to try and get just in case I miss a few days in the back end of May, just to try and get a jump on it. I really want to finish this in May. There's no reason why, I just really want to. Okay, so now on to my other I'd like to get it finished projects in May. I picked up Happy Mr. Oliver and I finished the top piece. and you can see how little I've got left to go. I just finished filling in here, and this is all I have to go. So I might have another little stab at him. I think that's probably only one, maybe two little goes there, and he will be finished, bar the back stitch. But it's the stitch, it's the cross stitching I want to get done. So I did that. I picked up Fragile, which is my little dragon story keep page, and I did put in, I probably worked on it for 2 hours and put in almost nothing. I was picking the colours from the, please excuse me, I've been at work, I've been printing, and I haven't jumped in the shower yet. I've just thought, right, just get my Flosstube done. No one's going to mind that I've got spots of ink. Honestly, my hands are clean, they have been washed, it just, I have to soak them to get the working, it's, you know, it's ground in. I've told you all about this before. So I've stitched up, and there's my next colour, my next gaps are here, and then I go as far as I can with my paper pattern filling in, and I'll probably fill in these big bits next, because that's basically all one symbol. A lot of this is all one symbol, this background here. So a couple more goes, and I should have made better progress on Fragile, but I did do some, and I can't find one of my pinks, very annoyingly. I know I have it, I bought them all. Where it is, could be anywhere. So working on Fragile, and then I picked up my mermaid. Now I couldn't find the picture last time to show you. Turns out it's because I couldn't find a piece of pattern. So she's nearly done. There is the letter E mermaid. She's a Nora Corbett, and I have only got the 2 corners of the E left to cross stitch, and then I've got back stitch and a bit of fancy stuff and beads to go. So let me show you where I'm at. This is on a piece of I'm not even sure, it's definitely a linen, might be 35 count. It's something that it was green, it was this pale greeny colour, and I splodged it up a bit. I put a bit of mottling on it. So there she is. That colour's quite true, actually. That's not bad at all. So there's my little mermaid. I did put in a lot of little fractionals in her skin because I just wanted her to have smooth lines. So she's got more fractionals in her than she should have. I just gave her smooth lines. So all the gaps, or she'll have lots of tendrils and curly bits, all the gaps are beads. And all I've got left to do is this bit here of this top of the E, and that bit there of the bottom of the E, and then the border's the same. It'll have this little corner which will have beads on it, and then 2 lines of back stitch to make a little like internal border on it. So there's my E mermaid. She is cracking along and got nearly done. Now I've had a little bit of a quandary here because I'm not entirely sure about how well the colours stand out in the actual letter E, but I've reached a point where I'm not going to change it. I'm not going to change it up, because in the picture it should be a turquoise and a lime green, and it stands out much clearer. I went for 2 shades of blue and 2 shades of turquoise, and it's not as easy to see it as it is in the pattern, you see. So I still like it. It's going to be my letter E fairy, mermaid. Keep saying fairy, I mean mermaid. So that's nearly done. So I'm hoping to get at least the stitching finished this week, and then I'll have to go hunting for beads. I've got a million packets of beads. I'll just find something pretty. Then, yeah, because I've changed up all the colours anyway. I'm not even looking for the call for, so I'm just looking for something pretty that is small enough to make it work. So that's that. And then I did some stitching on gardenia. who is my Nora Corbett flower fairy. There she is, Gardenia. And here is where I am. So I'm going up into her bodice. I've pulled the colour for the skin is in there. I'm doing the skin, I'm doing the colours all as charted, apart from, excuse me, weird little hiccupy thing, apart from the Krynic, which I have got lilac, because the one that was called for wasn't available, and the other one, which was, I think, basically like a 3799, I got like an emerald green instead, because it's the tendrils that go round her. So I thought emerald green would look nice. And to outline her skin, I'm going to use a skin colour, probably a darker skin colour, like one of the colours on my Celtic lady. So that's where I am with her. Turns out I don't have these greens. I don't know how I don't have these greens, but I don't have these greens. So I'm going to be making myself a little list, and I will do a quick smash and grab in Hobbycraft and just grab the couple that I'm missing. So I'm going to make a careful list there because I want to do her as charted. But I think bar the wing, the big wing here, the bulk of the stitching, because that's pretty much solid stitching. Once I've got her skin in, I can't do the top of the bodice, I'm missing those colours, and the same for the edges of her dress. I'm missing the colours. I just don't, if I have them, they're missing. If I don't have them, I never had them in the first place. I just need to get new ones, so I will do that. So that's waiting in line. And then yesterday night, before I did Snow Wizard, I picked up, and I again worked on it this morning, I picked up my Renato Parolin here. And as you can see, basically where I was in line top and bottom, so I was roughly here. So I've put this bit in. Eric's, oh, he's being bad. He's on my desk. And breathe. I'm trying not to look. So there's quite a lot more of it to go. There's the full picture, and that's where I am. So it's going to be, I think it'll going to have to be a cushion, because it is pretty much going to be an oval that fills this fat quarter. I think it's going to be about that size in an oval. So I think I'm going to have to make it into a big oval squishy pillow. I mean, it's a pillow in the picture. This chart is paper. 2 pages of paper, and I've done a little tiny bit of pen on it, but mostly I've used pencil. So Eric's on the camera, excuse us. Eric, did you have to, no, not on that. He just walked across my giveaway stuff. I don't want disturbed. So this will be, as soon as I finish it, I'll rub out all my pencil, and this will be a giveaway, because we like Renato Parolin patterns, don't we? So I'm going to crack on with that, and I am using a dinky die for that, single colour dinky die, and I had it right here and it has gone, it's here. I'm using Mother of Pearl, and it is, there it is, that's the colour it is. It's lovely, it varies through yellow, a very pale blue, almost touching a sort of a turquoisey colour, and then it goes through several mauves and purples. It's lovely, lovely, lovely dinky die. I think I have 2 more skeins, 2 more full skeins. As you can see, I'm nearly out of that one. I think I have 2 more full, so I should be able to finish that without any problem. That's all of the May pieces I've touched, so that's all the stitching I have done. So the sun's come out and changed the light completely. What else have I done this week? I have put magnets on a whole load more of my Sunflower Cottage needle minders. What I did, I made all the needle minders, but I didn't put the magnets on them until I knew if people were going to want them or not. So I did the first little bundle. So the first, I think, half a dozen went out. The first people I sent them to, they went out. And then I've had quite a lot more. I think I've got about another dozen to post. So I hadn't put magnets on them all because I didn't want to use magnets and then never send out the needle minders. So I've magneted up all those needle minders, And then last night I fixed, changed, rewired my scissor fob, which was all very thin. He's got a needle in him. Look at my little piggy. Got a needle shoved in him. So my little piggy scissor fob, which I made on the Stitch and Knit with Me, I've just wired it up with my thick beading wire because it had lasted out, but the very fine wire was starting to pull apart. So I've remade that. I've made another pile of scissor fobs, so they'll be on the way soon. And other than that, I've been pootling. So without further ado, I am going to insert a little clip here of the random number. Not the random comment picker. I remembered this time to film it on the laptop rather than my camera, so I'm going to insert that here. Okay, so I'm just setting up to do my random comment. I've put my thingy in there. I need to filter based on a specific text, and our word was but underneath. Get YouTube comments. 62. Okay, let's come down here. And let's go. Where's my... trying to view it through my phone screen, and let's say start. There we go, here it comes. Angela, you have won my bunny pattern. I just need to scroll down a little bit. There we go. So Angela Springett, it's yours. Please ping me, Instagram, Messenger, email me. Do I have your address already? I think I might do. Ping it me anyway. If you're sitting there going, but you've already got my address, you've sent me something before, or I've bought something from you before, you've got my address. It's twinging in my mind, so I'm half wondering whether I have your address. Anyway, Angela, ping me with your postal address and I will post you your pattern and your thread drop. Okay, they're yours. And on to my 1,000 subscriber giveaway. And I just wanted to say thank you very much to everybody who's subscribed to me and watched my videos, either from the very beginning or brand new people. You're all very welcome here. Sometimes it's fairly straightforward stitching, which it will be today, and sometimes it's a lot of blather and nonsense, and my people are going to come through the door any minute, so I'm going to get to this. So I thought I would give away a couple of my Mirabilia charts that I was very kindly given by Maggie, and I did a little bit of googling and I sorted my Mirabilias into out of prints and in prints. So my big prize is going to be as follows. I have Butterfly Fairy. She's absolutely beautiful, but I don't think I will stitch her. Of the Mirabilias I have in my possession, I don't think I'm going to stitch her. So I have Butterfly Fairy. It is a used chart. It has been opened and used, but there we go. In fact, I haven't had a little look at it. Oh, it's not been open for a very long time. There's a very old piece of sellotape on the outside packet there. So I don't think Maggie draws on her chart. No, the chart is pristine. Chart's pristine. It has been, I believe it might have been used because it's got a little bit of, it's had a little bit of change up in it. I'm just trying to put it back in so that we can see what it is. Butterfly Fairy is the chart, which was a gift to me, so it was a pass the stash to me. So I am more than happy to pass it on. I'll put it back in its little piece of plastic just to keep it safe. I am more than happy to pass on Butterfly Fairy to somebody else. Now, with Butterfly Fairy, I'm going to give away some of my handmade bits. Okay, so one of Robin's ash thread drops, handmade, each one's individual. I've got a, Eric's not included in the prize, although here he is again. Hello, you're not included. I have got a needle minder of a hare. It's one of my stamps, British stamps, mounted on a piece of wood, resined in, really strong magnets. Sometimes they come and they're stronger than others. Really strong magnets. I'm going to stick that on the chart. Cat's bum. You can just stop that right now. So, hair, thread drop, hair needle minder, and a pair of scissors, brand new and unused, and this scissor fob, which has got one of my hand knitted elephants on it, a whole load of bead and sequins, and the scissors, and this bag, which I finished making today. So it's not got denim on it, it's got a very, oh, don't eat that, he's eating my knitting needles. It's got a very loosely quilted, and there's the homemade part of it. Ships are upside down, sorry about that, but so I've made a little dingle dangle on that, and if you wanted, you could open that jump ring and put it on, hook on it, and it could be a scissor fob as well, but it makes a little dingle dangle for there. So we've got Butterfly Fairy, who I'm reasonably confident is out of print, a hair needle minder, the project bag, the thread drop, the pair of scissors with the scissor fob with one of my little hand knitted elephants. So that's my 1,000 subscriber gift. And I'm happy to send that anywhere. Right. And what I'm going to ask you to put in your comment to be entered into this giveaway is hello. Because it's easy enough to start a comment with hello. So just, I'll put it across here, hello, for this. And I'll film it, I'll do the random comment picker. Now, as a little second runner-uppy prize, because I think that's quite a, I don't know, is it a big prize? It's kind of big for me, I don't know, it's handmade stuff. Might not tickle everybody. So I pulled another one of the Mirabilias, which is in print, I believe, because it wasn't on the list of out of prints, so it must still be in print, and it's called Fairy Tales, and it's absolutely lovely. It's a lady reading to a little cherub, obviously reading fairy stories to a little cherub. And with that, I've got a red squirrel needle minder and a little short piggy scissor fob. So for this one, we're going to say pattern. So we've got hello, we've got pattern, and it's for the 3 pieces. Here come my people. Right, so that was all my people arriving home. My light's gone off. Ow. I think it's overheated, but that's fine because the sun's out at the minute. So on closer inspection, this chart, I was going to open it to have a look, see if it had been scribbled on, and I've ripped the label. It's unopened. So it's an unopened chart with the needle minder, with the scissor fob. So we've got pattern. I figured I'd make it 4 giveaways, so if you really didn't like one of them, you don't need to enter, and it's only going to be 4 words. So I've got one of my dragon needle minders. Now this one had something sitting on it before it got baked, so it has a line. He has a line above his eyebrow. Absolutely beautiful, but it'll be a nice line to stick your needle in. Actually, let me get a very big needle, but you can see what I mean. It's got a flat bit where obviously something landed on it before it made it into the oven, because it's like clay. But this is this is one of the clear ones with you can see it's very, very translucent, with the orange tips, and we're going to say I for that. And then finally, 4th little giveaway, I've got one of my little koi carp on quite a short scissor fob. So it's a little koi carp on a short little scissor fob. So we're going to say fish. So we've got, so it's for 4 different giveaways. Big one is hello. For these 3 bits, it's pattern, and then we have fish eye. You can drop me a line, comment, put in all 4 words. Just the 4 words will do. You don't. I love it when it's creative, but I am happy with hello, pattern, fish eye. But if you don't like the pattern, leave it out. If you don't like my project bag, don't put hello. If you don't like the fish, don't put fish. You know what I mean? You can, and I'll random comment on the words, because that seems to be working quite well now that I've worked out how to do it. So going forwards next week, I'm going to try and touch some of the other. Here is my May packet, my packet of all my projects that I'm thinking of trying to get working on in May. So I'm going to work on some of the, I've got the 2 snow globes, I've got my Dreaming Girl in there. So that's all I've got left in there, but I've got lots of other things that I can be getting on with. I'd really like to finish my mermaid next week, and maybe having Mr. Oliver finish that, because it's very nearly there, and just keep trucking on everything else. So I did do some little clips while I was driving this afternoon. I will have a look at them and see if they're any good, or whether they're too movementy. I've got a lot of things. Most of the Sunflower Cottage needle minders will be going out in the post this week. I've got a couple of other little bits that need to go out in the post this week, so hopefully I'll get them off before I go for my shift on Thursday, which is only tomorrow. Other than that, we're just about done. Just finishing off. Robin, topping me off. Hey, cup of coffee. Cup. One in, one out. There we go. Thank you. I'm just about done.
Good.
And
I said bloody thing. How's that?
Something's broken on his Volvo. The same thing that broke on my Mazda. Oh, my Mazda's fine. The piece came. Yeah, the bit he handed me was really broken. Really, as in it's not been joined on for years and years. Picked up the new piece the next morning, and by an hour and a half later it was all done and finished. So I've been driving it. It's much faster. It's got a much bigger engine than my little tiny Citroen. So I've been driving the Mazda a little bit, and yeah, it's good fun. The Mazda, it's got a better engine in it. So that's all fixed, but apparently on the way home just now, the same thing has just snapped on his Volvo, on his super cheap Volvo that he picked up 2 weeks ago. So something else he needs to fix on that. So that's fine. and I'm all done. So please enter the giveaways if you'd like. It's a thank you from me for watching me and helping me be somebody who makes videos, because I never thought I would. So yeah, thank you. And they're open worldwide. I appreciate this one is going to be a reasonable sized packet to post. I'm happy to post worldwide. Obviously that'll go through as a what we call a large letter in the UK, and they go as large letters. So I'm happy to post. Oh, that's the little piggy. I was like, something else fell there. That's the fish. That's the piggy that goes with the chart. I was actually just going to pop it in the bag, but the bag's never been opened, so I'll just clip it. There we go. I've just clipped it on the outside, so we know what goes with what. I'll put those all in the project bag, and we'll have a look next week. Who's going to want to win my bits and pieces as my happy 1000. So all 4 of them are in there, but there we go. Job's a good one. I will see you next week, where I'll be drawing the 4 winners there. Thank you for watching, and happy stitching, and whatever you're doing in May, I hope it's fun. Eric's at Clive. Clive's getting quite doddery, and Eric's being a pest with him now. So yeah, everyone's yelling at Eric. We're not yet at the point where we eject him out of the front door. We're getting close. Eric is going out a little bit now, but he's not quite ready to just be, you're being a pest, out you go. Because I know he'll sit in the road. He'll just walk into the road and go, well, you don't want me, I'm just going to go and sit in the road then. So there might be some videos tacked on the end if they're not too vomiting inducing with me driving. So yeah, I'll catch you next week. Bye bye for now, guys. Bye bye. Had to put a drop of fuel in. That's £1.27.9 per litre. I'm just going for a little drive. I thought I'd take you because you can see the sky is beautiful today. I thought I'd take you up and show you some of our Hadrian's Wall, but I'm just having a little tootle along here. This is actually complete public highway. Oh, here's a bridge. Okay, up over a bridge. You can see the car basically fits across this entire road. So if we meet somebody, it's going to be a bit of a jiggle. I am on a very back road, and I'm going to hit the main road here, and we'll have to go up here. I'm heading up towards Hadrian's Wall. This is part of the route that you take when you walk it or you cycle it. And I used to cycle up here, and this is one of these hills that goes on forever. And you do get to a really, really cute village at the top, but not until you've gone up a monstrous hill. Because you get here and then you go around and you just carry on going. And there's a rain cloud up there, and there is rain on my windscreen, rather annoyingly. So it's about lunchtime. I finished my morning at work. I only work Wednesday mornings, so this is officially my official afternoon off, which is in lieu of the fact that I don't get weekends anymore. Okay, so I stopped here, and I'm recording audio over this because there were people, and I didn't want them to hear me doing voiceover. So here's the panorama here. This is looking south, so this is onto Northumberland valleys here, and I'm stopped at a little bit of Hadrian's Wall, which I will take you over and have a look at in just a second. As you can see, there were 2 walkers there. I didn't want to interrupt them, and there's a little bit of it right there, right by the side of the road. Weird. Okay, so I'm back along the road here, and this road here, we call it the military road, because this used to be the main road before they built the main road. And as you can see, and I'll show you a bit better later on, it was built by the Romans. I need a bit of an eye line in it. Bar the kinky bits where it goes around people's properties, it is die straight. There we are. Can you actually see the road up ahead? quite a long way up in front of us. It is die straight, and all the way along here we have bits of Hadrian. Bits of Hadrian's Wall. This is actually the proper path. The path just runs through these fields to the left, and every so often we'll come across a piece of Hadrian's Wall. There's a bit right there. And then you tinkle along and you just come to bits all along the roadway, which is rather lovely actually. And this is the bits of history that I never bother to come out and look at because I live here, so it's really weird. But it's such a lovely day, and it's been such a long time since I've come along. There's another little mile castle there. Every mile you get a mile castle, and essentially the road is this side of Hadrian's Wall, but only just. There's one little kink in it here where obviously you can see the trees and the farmyard, and then there's always cyclists on this road. We actually had a road race loop around here, which was pretty fun. We ran a road race along here, which we called, uninspiringly, the Hadrian's Wall Road Race. Whoa. And the road's a little bumpy. So, here we are. This is our wild countryside. And to the left, I call it the Badlands. That's basically Forestry Commission and nothing really, all the way to Scotland. Heathland and Forestry Commission land all the way to Scotland, not much else. Right, I've just pulled my car up because look, right by the side of my road, I'm still inside my car, there is Hadrian's Wall. Right there, by the side of the road. That's actually all that's left of it. I'll turn my indicator off, but I am just stopped in the road. And it's just literally, it just runs alongside the road. And that's it. Crazy, huh? And here's where it leaves the road. So, got out of my car. There. Sits off in that direction. Heading in a straight line all the way to Newcastle. And then this here is Birdoswald, which is actually quite a big visitor centre. There's a big piece there. It's just balmy, it's right here. Right, I'm going to go on this Magical Mystery Tour road, which goes up there, and cut through to my house, which is actually, my house is over that hill there. So I'm going to do a big cut over, and I'll film anything that's super exciting on the way. But there it is, there's Hadrian's Wall. Okay, so I stopped the car here and are doing a bit of a dodgy panorama all the way around. This is on the hill before the hill north of my house. There's the roof of my car, and I was just trying to do a full panoramic just to show you that in the middle of nowhere means in the middle of nowhere. That's the road home, and my village is about there. So yeah, middle of nowhere, and there's actually chips of ice falling on me there. It was kind of hailing, kind of icy ick. Just coming up to the village I live in, and in the blink of an eye we are in an ice storm. That's superb. Honestly, there was chips of ice falling from the sky. So it's just how quickly it changes around here. And here we come right up to my little village, which I'm just approaching